Pretty much same. How second gens should have showed up back in the day with a 12 valve and everything. So you guys were pretty responsive on the last crew cab, extended cab thing that showed up on the channel. But I think this one is way better than that. So my new friend here, Jordan, came through. Got to check out if you haven't already seen it, because this truck's already kind of famous. But Driver's Garage on Instagram, and he's gonna fire up his YouTube here in a minute. List off the criteria and the credentials of this truck, and then you got to show us the little paperwork. To
it's got the 12 valve 5-speed. The 12 valve has 150 horse injectors, 0 fuel plate, 4K governor springs, has a little bit bigger turbo, a 57 millimeter.
Well, we'll have to pop the hood to see all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of ugly under there. The last owner didn't do a very good job.
I'll tell you the truth though, most 12 valves pretty much are like that underneath the hood, but as far as this one, it could have a bone stock engine underneath of it. Yeah. But the fact that it's got slightly big tires on it, which is pretty sweet, but it's got the crew cab conversion done to it, and it's all good. We just got to know that this thing is a mega cab version, a crew cab version of second gen. I guess it's not technically a crew cab one or a mega cab one, because that would be the extended door thing back there.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see here. The paperwork.
So we have the original build sheet, has all the options. You can see it started as a regular cab pickup.
Regular, was it regular cab, 3500 dually.
Yep, came red.
Here's the funny part though, it was actually a factory automatic.
Yep, factory automatic. Had pretty much every option. It was a Laramie SLT, and you can see down here that Custom Conversions of Cleburne, Texas bought it when it was brand new, chopped it up. Straight
to the chop shop, kind of, but straight to the place that did the conversions. And you said there was 2 places that are...
So Custom Conversions in Texas did a lot of them, and then there was Bayer Truck and Equipment in Minnesota, and they're still around. But you can see some of the welds here where they had cut it off, and they built this custom B-pillar, and then they slid the whole back of the cab back here.
So this is original sheet metal back here.
Yep.
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass doors.
So it's that is never going to rot out, never rust out.
Nope. But you can see the VIN sticker where it's normally in your front door. It's actually
factory relocate.
Back here.
So pretty much for all the people that make fun of Dodges for rotting out, this thing's going to have the 12 valve remaining and the back doors.
Yep.
Dude, this thing, I know a lot of you guys have seen his truck on his Instagram. It does not do it any justice just seeing the photos of it. This thing is a massive truck. And I know somebody's going to say, well, that's just a completely useless truck. I doubt that. Yeah, it's got a gooseneck. Oh, hey, you want to, we'll make another video. We don't want to break something today. Yeah, factory, or not factory, but a B&W turnover ball in the bed. So the last truck was a 94. So an early, like a brand new early production. Yep. Somebody was saying that they didn't even make extended cab 94 second gens.
They didn't.
I could have swore I seen one.
In that magazine, I can pull up the magazine for the video too, but in the magazine they were building the club cabs before Dodge released the club cab.
Oh, no shit.
Those aftermarket companies.
Oh, so they had to jump on that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, the fact that Dodge never actually made a crew cab one of these, and they had like the first gen bodies that had crew cabs, it's like, why didn't they ever do that? And then Ford was doing it.
Yep.
That's one thing.
Ford and Chevy were both doing it, and Dodge never did.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I'll give Ford credit, and even Chevy still, they still got regular cab, extended cab, crew cab, and then I think Chev's even got like an in-between mini crew cab kind of a thing.
Yeah, like a 3-door.
Yeah, and don't hold me to that, but I think I've seen it. I don't know, Chevys are the crap. But the fact that Dodge never did that with their second gens, and they never went back to extended cab for third gens or fourth gens. They just were either 2-door or 4-door. That's all you got. And one of these trucks, this is a rare bird. You're claiming 500 or less?
Yeah, so this company made about 250. Magazine, I have proof, says they made 250. And then I'm going to assume Bayer
250.
made less than 250 because they were higher quality. So I'm going to assume there's probably about 500 between a couple other companies trying to make them and not really being successful at it.
That would have been cool.
They had the Carl Green I don't know if you guys know T King Cummins on Instagram. He had a like a Ram Bourbon dually.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that was a Carl Green truck, and obviously it didn't turn out very well. As you can tell from his pictures. But
I wouldn't mind the Ram Bourbon thing. I think that would be a cool mom-mobile that I would probably drive.
From my TikTok that got a lot of hate is that people assumed that this was just the back half of a Chevy, and it totally is not a back half of a Chevy. But
you know,
trim threw a lot of people off because I guess this looks a lot like a LBZ like cat eye Chevy trim, but it's actually off a 3rd gen
Laramie. Yeah, that's 3rd gen Laramie trim.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
and
that's.
They saw the SLT and they assumed, you know, I guess Chevy has an SLT, but I guess.
What the heck? People just make up some stuff. I swear, that's a complete factory, 2nd gen stuff there. I don't think that the doors from a Chev are going to match up perfectly to the Dodge, but whatever.
No, and another weird thing is that these doors only open this far, like 2/3 of the way, because they had to line up to the single cab rounding.
Oh, really?
Here. So you see the door has the point, so they had to make a little pocket for it, and if it goes any farther than this, it would snap that little point off.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'll have to look at the old footage from that green one from last week. I'm pretty sure they opened up farther than that. Yeah, get in the back, babe.
I'm closing the door now.
They still do this, but it's actually a fiberglass conversion. Some of them I've heard do a steel door conversion, but I think fiberglass is plenty good.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
some people, I know that
they didn't seem like they held up.
Another guy, J Styles 43 on Instagram, and you're
giving all the shouts.
Yeah.
You guys got to start paying somebody for all this. No, I'm just kidding.
But he has a Bear one, and so they put a extended cab door that has the sharp corner. And since the Bear ones had the metal doors, he did metal work to make it go straight.
Oh.
So it'd be a lot harder with this because it's fiberglass.
Yeah.
On the metal ones, it's easy to just blop it off and put a different front door on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. So factory 96 regular cab, threw in an extra door, and with this, I mean, what is that, like 40 inches maybe of extended frame down there?
I'd say it's at least 3 feet.
Yeah. I'll let you explain these taillights.
So some of you guys know, some of you don't know, but they're APC taillights, early 2000s. APC was making all the Ricer stuff, and so these things are probably harder to find than a CREWCAB pickup, and they are expensive as heck.
CREWCAB 2nd gen.
Yeah, CREWCAB 2nd gens. So I mean, I'll tell you, I paid $600 for these things, and they could easily retail for probably $1,000 or more. So if you ever find a pair for cheap, you better scoop them up. You
might get some hate for that, but you know, I'm all for buying. If it's rare, you know, fantastic. If rare stuff, chase it down. If you get a good deal on it, then at the very least you can make some money off of it. But pull out the old magazine article then. Funny thing about this truck, I could get my little spiel in before I forget. Well, the truck's still here. Is when I bought my 98 12 valve, because I always wanted to have the 98 12 valve is an extended cab with the suicide doors. It's just a half-year thing. I bought that truck, and then a couple days later, this truck popped up for sale, and a guy bought it, and then he turned around and sold it to Jordan here. And the guy made quite a bit. Yeah, he made some decent money on it, and then you had to fix the truck after a little while. But it's just funny that it still ended up here. Oh yeah, that one actually does have it partially.
Yeah, and that's
not finished.
That's a mega cab too.
Oh crap, that's a little much. But you can see how like it's like the factory drive shaft here, and they just put that extendo in, and then cross over there. I like how they left a cat in there. Who cares?
The truck's brand new.
Yeah. Man, what the heck they have to do that? I guess that. Oh, so that's just
a Chevy. That's partial Chevy.
Okay.
Window. So you know when
like the cap is Chevy, right?
Well,
or
yeah. This I believe they took this part for the windows from a Chevy. So when people say, you know, this is Chevy, like, yeah, you know, in some of these things they did use Chevy parts because, you know, Dodge didn't make anything similar to this, so it's hard to use Dodge parts.
I mean, the VIN tag's still gonna say it's a Dodge. Who cares?
Yep.
What the heck? I wouldn't. Another area of where people throw a fit over the goofiest stuff. Oh, that thing's built with Chevy parts. well, the rest of the Chevy was junk and they saved one piece off of it. No, that's cool. So you haven't seen one of these in person because I would say you're like the hub of the CREWCAB network at this point.
There's a couple of us that just share all of them that pop up.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool just to
keep
tabs on them all.
That, I think probably 4 or 5 people sent me the link to that one that I looked at that was called the green truck. It wasn't fully green, gray, whatever. It was called green. But is one he posted on Instagram, and for some reason I kept seeing it, and I was like, that thing's in Washington, I don't care. I'm not going to drive more than 600-700 miles to go look at this thing. And I seen it, he's like, oh, it's near Auburn. Damn, that's right down the road. You're familiar with that area now with your bolts.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's when I went down there and looked at it, and I would say, second gens are, they're older truck and stuff like that, but if they got the extra doors on it, they turn such a bigger number now. It's ridiculous. And then they're starting to pop up more and more. So.
Yeah, and don't mind my mess. I'm on a road trip.
Yeah. How many miles did you drive down there, and how many today?
It was about 1,250, 1,280 down last Wednesday, Thursday, and then I drove 800 miles today. And I got another 8 hours to drive home when I leave here.
Man, I'll give you.
So far, all I had was my carrier bearing decided to snap the bolts, or the bolts fell out, and the carrier bearing was sitting there just banging around. And so I had to
well, right here it'll show us. Where's that one photo go?
So right here it fell off and it was hitting the gas tank. It was able to flex so far that it hit the gas tank on this side and the exhaust on this side. The carrier bearing was just smacking around.
It's kind of fortunate that it's like the CREWCAB conversion, because normally that bolts to the roof.
Really?
So if that would have fallen out on a regular one, she would have been gone.
Well, hey, I got lucky then.
Yeah, I got real lucky. But well, I'm gonna give him a little tour of the compound or whatever it is here. But I'll get you a handshake on here. How much for the truck?
50 grand.
50 grand? Oh, shit. Come on. All right, I'll give you 25 bucks. No, I'm just kidding. He's definitely not going to sell it unless you have 50,000. He'll consider it.
Yeah, that'd be a good profit margin.
Yeah.
I'll buy the next one if you got 50 grand.
Oh, and they'll probably be going for 50 grand next week, so you'll just break even. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this rare truck. It is definitely a rare truck, even though it is a custom conversion, because, the man himself over here, the Jordan, the hub network of the CREWCAB second gens, he's claiming less than 500 of these are built.
Do you want to see under the hood?
Yeah, we might as well. We'll get it real quick.
See how terrible these welds are?
That's all right. But dude, I keep giggling at the fact that just like I seen this truck for sale before you bought it from the other guy that bought it.
I was just really confused why this guy turned the turbo upside down and tried to make these custom pipes. I mean, the welds are awful.
With a stock manifold. Well, whatever, it works. Right? Yeah, it definitely, I heard it worked a little bit earlier. But hey, it looks like a 12 valve underneath there. It is, just in case anybody want to throw a bit, he does have head studs under there. Because I know somebody would be like, well, he's going to pop it.
You know what I don't have? I don't have a lift pump. And I really need a lift pump.
Yeah. I don't think the stock ones really go too far. But, oh well. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think about his truck, and follow him on Instagram if you already don't, because I'm pretty sure everybody already does. But anyway, Driver's Garage. This is Jordan. Thank you, man.
Thank you.